Good morning. It is a couple minutes till 7 and it's drizzly and gross. I drove here. Doesn't often happen. There's no car line yet. Well, there's people lined up in the car line, but they haven't set up the cones or have the crossing guards out yet. So that was a non-issue. I did go around the neighborhood so I could come in with a right turn instead of a left or a straight. But I'm gonna head in, scan myself in, and I'm gonna go sign into the sub sheet. And I don't think I need a computer. I'm mostly TAing. I have one pull out, which is taking kids back to a classroom, but I just have a worksheet for them, so yay, let's go sub together. I know I can't show much, but hello friends. Hello from Carline. I got back home at a little after 2:30, and then I left the house at 3:10. So I wasn't home long, but they went well. I did not have any breaks scheduled except for lunch, but one of my 5th graders that I had a one-on-one with for an hour was absent. So instead I stayed with a 2nd grader until she got pulled by the lead special ed teacher who I was working under to work with him, and he was like, yeah, if your 5th grader's not there, just go ahead and take a break. So I had a little break. But yeah, it was pretty chill. There was one time where I was supposed to head from one 2nd grader to another, but they were going out to recess and then lunch. So she's like, I don't know why she scheduled you that way. There was assemblies today, which kind of threw everything off. So I ended up with another little break there. But basically I was going between helping in 2nd grade, 2 different classrooms, mostly one in the morning, and then 5th grade, 2 different classrooms. I did have a small group of 2 right around when the bell was ringing. Just had them do some math worksheets, 5th grade. And yeah, for 5th grade, that was new to me. So I just, like, I'd already introduced myself to the 2nd grade teachers because my office was in their hall. But 5th grade, I'd just come in and say, hey, I'm subbing for blah, blah, blah. Let me know what you need. Because my instructions are mostly just support the students, mostly this student, all the people who get extra support for various subjects. And the day was a little weird. It's the day before a 4-day weekend. It's the day before the last day of the marking period for like 3rd quarter grades. The teachers have a teacher work day tomorrow to put in grades. Everybody's just wrapping things up. One class had presentations that I watched, and then they started to study, and I guess the teacher felt bad for me. She said, can you make some copies? I messaged all the 5th grade teachers in our teacher chat, and they'll be bringing some by. It was a lot of copies. Let me tell you, that was the most stressful part of my day. I went to the office to use one of the copiers there, and I had to ask one of my office friends how to put the paper in. Like, she gave me the 5th grade teacher gave me excellent instructions on how to navigate the computer part of the copier, but I didn't know how to put it in so that it would copy the right way and the staples would be on the right spot. So she helped me, and we started with the one that needed like a redonkulous number of copies. No, that one was only 28, but still, that was a lot of copies, and they had a lot of pages. And the staples ended up in the wrong spot. So she had already gone back to her desk. She thought they hadn't stapled at all because she looked and there was no staple. The staple was actually at the bottom. So she gave me her stapler off her desk and went back because nobody was manning the office besides the security officer. and he doesn't answer the phone. So I was standing there and the principal walks through. I'm like, is there a staple remover? Because so-and-so was helping me set this up, but the staples are on the wrong end. She's like, oh, that's not ideal, but you know what? Just leave it. It's fine. I was like, limited time. I had like 10, 12 minutes to do all of these. Like I had 5 different multi-page, double-sided things to print out. And she's like, yeah, don't worry about it, but I am a perfectionist, and that just caused me so much anxiety that I'm like, okay, as I start to pull out the staples by hand and staple them on the right side for that packet, while I ran all the other jobs, I caught a teacher who was going by, hey, which way do I put this in so that it staples right? Hopefully they were right. I don't know. I worry that they weren't, because the originals were stapled a little weird as it was. But yeah, so right when the printing all finished, it was time for me to head to my next assignment back into the 2nd grade. And I just had like 3 more packets out of the 28 to pull the staples out. I just finished, and because I don't think I was taking from anybody's IEP time for this one, because I was just being a basic TA in the 5th grade room. So I got them done, but my heart was like, oh, right at the last minute. Only I would stress out over something like that. I got them given back. She was so nice. We were chatting while the kids were getting ready for their presentations. She saw, and I look over here like I have my work bag. I don't. She saw this little clipboard folder I have. I carry it around with me while I'm subbing, especially these TA positions where I'm in and out of rooms. I was specifically, after my first day of subbing as a TA, well, I think I was a special education teacher for that one, I wanted a clipboard that I could close so the kids don't see it, that preferably had 2 spots for clipboards so I could have my sub report and the schedule. And so she's like, did the teacher you're subbing for give you that to use? I was like, no, this is something I purchased because I just really didn't want to carry on a paper. And I showed her how I had the schedule clipped on one side, and the other side I have all my sub reports, but I have one flipped upside down so kids can't see what I have written. And I just kind of pulled that one to the side and fill it in. And she saw my sub report, and like so many notes. I'm ridiculous. I'll write down each item on my schedule, and I had probably a dozen items and what it is, and then as the day goes through I will write what we did. And then I also designed, I don't know if I showed you on any of the videos, but I designed just overall, a lot of it's for like if I'm with a class and not with these individual things, but I did make use of like so-and-so was absent, I have absent and tardy and stuff. She saw that and instantly was like, oh, I have some spots, do you want to sub for me? I told her I was like having to do mostly half days. This is a rare full day just because of high school drop off, and she's like, I have a half day, but it's next Friday and we're gonna be on a plane flying to California. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Oh. But it's another person who might keep me in mind, and I got to chat with her more at lunch because I make myself go to the teacher break room for lunch instead of, like, I had a perfectly peaceful little cozy corner, but we gotta network. We gotta network. So I switched from her to a different 5th grade teacher for the end of the day after a brief stint back in 2nd grade, and there really wasn't, again, anything to do for a lot of it. They were just doing some online learning towards the end of the day. The first time I popped in, they were working on language arts, and I was like, let me know what you need. And he gave me a student and said, can you take her off to this other room? She needs to work on a writing assignment. She probably won't write anything. She knows the consequences, but do what you can. So I took her, and she didn't want to say a word to me. She didn't want to say anything about the assignment. I I just tried to be gentle and talk it through, like, hey, maybe we could just pick something, maybe you could make an outline. When she finally said something, she's like, I just don't like sharing stuff about me because it's writing about their favorite section. So that was a topic, it's like their favorite about that topic. I'm like, oh, I don't know, maybe we can just make something up and you just choose something that's popular. And then we kind of drilled down to the fact that she has these unique likes and she doesn't want them to be similar to other people's likes. So like, she likes musicals, but she likes The Sound of Music and Mary Poppins, and because she likes to perform and stuff. And a lot of other girls like musicals and want to write about that, but they like Wicked. I'm like, well, see, that's different. You like the classics. And so at the very end, I'm like, hey, you know what? Let's just throw these sentences up like an outline. I know you're supposed to be writing paragraphs, but the outlines are the skeleton. We're gonna get a sentence down for each of these points that you want to make, and later on we can go back to it. We only have 10 minutes here. We'll get those sentences on there, and you feel good about yourself. You'll finish the week with something accomplished. And I felt like we had a connection by the end. And when I brought her back, because it was time for them to go to lunch, I was like, hey, we got the barest of outlines on there, but we got words on the screen. And I was really happy with that. And when I came back to them after second grade again, she smiled at me. She's like, I was like, yeah, connections, building positive connections. But yeah, that's about my day. A lot of picture the lunch lady from the younger ones, even from the older ones. But I'm supposed to be doing my crochet square today, and I'm just not going to. I am so tired. We'll see if it happens later. But I have to go to, right after dinner, I have to go to PT, and that won't get out till like 7:30. So it might be a day where I have to skip. I'm so sorry. It's just, I'm so tired. Okay, well, this is really long, but I have caught you up on my day. And I hope you're having a fabulous one too. I'm so tired. We did PT. Well, Jax did it. I did the transporting. And I'm just so done with this day. It was very long. It was a good day. I made a lot of good connections with students and teachers at the school. So a good day, a worthy day, but a long day. And just because I was there doesn't mean I was excused from like the hour-long car line. I did miss out on the morning drop-off, but that is literally 10 minutes door to door, 15 minutes if you count the time to load up the car. So, and it did take exactly that. I wrote out everything for Danny last night, including a map, satellite picture saying park here. And we left at the exact time I said to avoid the crowds, and according to the cameras, Danny got back at the exact time, like down to the minute. 9:16 is when I pull into the elementary school, and it's like equidistant depending on which way you go to get to our house or get to the elementary school from the high school. So hopefully he'll be willing to do that again in the future if I have a request for a full day, because teachers are starting to find out about me. Again, I'm honest, and I'm like, I'm starting in on these TA positions. I love it. I get to go into the room, I get to watch how the classroom is managed and see how the teacher teaches. But yeah, making connections. Anyway, I am gonna go because I'm so tired. Did not do the square of the day. I did do crochet. I crocheted one flower square for my sweater project. That will be my trip project. I'm getting started on some of it because I'm just a little nervous about my calculations on the yarn totals. So I'm testing out using those tiny little skeins for 2 flowers. because that's what I'm planning. And I'm gonna weigh the background color now that I've done 4. I think I've done 4. Yeah, I've done 4 to see where I am, how much is left, and if I need to order another skein of that. So it was important that I get some of that done in advance. Plus, I just love making those flowers. But yeah, I did not do my granny square, so I won't have that video to edit tonight. They're getting some views, but it's like a speck in the ocean of YouTube. Like if you look at the monetization page for that channel, it's like you have to have 10 million views on shorts, and I've had like 10,000. It's like a tiny little bit of the bar graph, so oh well, people will live. But good night, stay safe, be kind, and don't forget, wash your hands.